increase in prices, cut to shifts, and shorter working hours? It seems like the battle with the minimum wage hike is far from over, as the most vulnerable and youngest workers, students, are affected the most. According to a recent Financial Post article, 4 Bank of Canada economists have written on the impact of the minimum wage hike, predicting that with the wage increase comes a 0.3% reduction in employment. This means that anywhere from 60,000 to 136,000 jobs could be lost. Considering that half of the minimum wage workers in 2013 were from 15 to 19 years old, student workers are at great risk of losing their jobs. With students in the spotlight of the minimum wage chaos, I asked some students at Starbucks on Eglinton here in Mississauga to voice their opinions on what they think of the minimum wage hike. Eden Lim, who works at Sushi Burrito Restaurant Rotation, shares her mixed thoughts on the minimum wage hike and how it has affected students like herself.
I'm kind of in between about it. It doesn't really make me happy because I know that the prices of everything else is gonna rise anyway, so it's pretty much, there isn't really big of a difference. And it's not a bad thing, but it can be for certain people. I know about the Tim Hortons strike, and friends of mine have had their shifts cut and schedules cut down.
She also voices her concern over the difficulty of finding a job as a student, since most jobs require prior work experience, and students looking for their first job don't have that.
But there was a period of time when I was looking for a job, and it's hard to get hired or even called for an interview when you don't have experience, but it's also you can't get experience when you're a student and when no one's giving you the opportunity to gain experience.
Dollarama worker 19-year-old Monserrath Gonzalez agrees to this by saying that employers are more likely to hire someone out of school because they have more flexible schedules, whereas a student doesn't.
When you're finding hours and everything, you have to work maybe only 3 hours or 4, and most employers require 6 hours or 7 hours, so they choose people that can work that time.
She further comments that the increase in minimum wage will bring even more competition for students looking to find a job in the already competitive job market.
When there's a higher minimum wage, a lot of employers don't look for as many employees because it's more expensive.
The minimum wage increase took effect on January 1st, 2018, where it has risen from $11.60 to $14 an hour. The Liberal government hopes to boost the minimum wage to $15 an hour in 2019. Reporting from Starbucks in Mississauga, this is Victoria Wasik, RTA News, Toronto.